What's up, YouTube? It's me, your boy Sabby. Welcome to another episode of Self Mastery. Today's topic: why are most people afraid to quit their 9 to 5 and to follow their life dreams, to follow their life's passions? This video, I will explain everything in detail, but as a disclaimer, if you are a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, vet, astronaut, firefighter, police officer, whatever, the list goes on. If that was your life passion and you're already doing that and you're happy, you have no need to watch this video. This video is not for you. This video is for people that are working a 9 to 5, but that is not what they want to do. That is not what their purpose in this life is. Rather they have a deeper purpose, a more inherent purpose, some life dream that they have to accomplish, but they haven't done so because the 9 to 5 is holding them back. And so this video is exactly for that person. And there are many members in society that are down that path. And so this video will pertain to you. So stay tuned. But let's get right into it. You see, the indoctrination period, and by indoctrination, I mean conditioning of the mind, starts when you're young. When you're a little kid, you obviously have to go to school all the way up until 12th grade. And if you think about the school system and how, the habits in the school system they are very similar to the 9 to 5 work system, in the sense that you have to be up at a certain time. You have to be in class by the time the bell rings or before the bell rings. You work pretty much all day until you're allowed to leave, which is roughly around 4 or 5. Most times in school, elementary and middle. High school, you let out a little early, but still you're there for the 8-hour work day. You only get one lunch break and you have to follow all the orders from all the authorities, staff members, teachers, PE coaches, everybody. And so if you take that in comparison with the work system, the 9 to 5 work system, it's the same exact thing. You're pretty much doing the exact thing, obviously at this time for a amount of pay or some money as the trade, as the form of compensation. So they've already set you up for this. Your whole life was a setup for the 9 to 5. And then they tell you, obviously, after you graduate high school that you have to go to college because you need college in order to get a decent job. Also, you need college to become an educated member of society. Because they believe that, hey, if you don't go to college, you're not a learned individual. Which, as a side note, I disagree with, because I too have gone to college myself. I have graduated from college. But I believe that I have learned more studying by myself, by educating my own self, reading countless books, watching thousands of hours of lectures online by myself. I learned so much more about the mind, how to use my mind, obviously about spirituality, how the spiritual laws of this universe operate, how to be in harmony and in alignment with them. I've learned psychology, philosophy, just the list goes on. I've even learned alternative history by myself that they don't even teach you in school. And so I feel like learning by myself, self-education, was a way better decision that I made after graduating from college, because you should always continue your education even after you graduate. But I feel like that was so much more influential, impactful on my life, and taught me so much more compared to college. The thing with college or any school system is that they give you the syllabus and you have to follow it, memorize, rinse and repeat pretty much, and then ace their tests, or at least pass their tests, in order to pass the school or to get a degree. And they reward the left side activities of the brain, which is more like, your memorization, your logical reasoning kind of faculties, over your right side creativity, your imagination, your intuition. You see what I'm trying to say? So if you follow their agenda, you're educated. But if you go away from their agenda, then you're a rebel. you're a rebel in society. You're, and then obviously society is so conditioned, brainwashed that if you don't go to college, they view you as somebody that doesn't know anything. That's someone that doesn't have any credibility. Someone that, may not know much or may not be able to make any money. They equate you with less value if you don't go to college, which makes me laugh because I think that some of the most genius individuals that have ever lived in history didn't go to college. College has been a very recent thing in terms of the last 100 years or so, at least in the sense that it has been heavily pushed upon people. Back then, if you had the desire, if you were set to go to college because, you were going to be a scribe or the sort of the educated member of society, you would go there. Most people were either farmers, serfs, or warriors. But other than that, if you were the sort of like the intellectual type, you would go to college because college was the place to learn. But now we have the internet. So the internet has everything. You can learn everything on the internet. You don't even need to go to college. But anyways, this is not a rant about college, getting back to the 9-to-5 system. But hey, it all ties in, so I thought I'd put it in so you guys can get a broader point of view, a greater understanding of the 9-to-5. Pretty much, so when you're into 9-to-5, you're stuck in a salary cap in the sense that, you're going to have to wait until you can get a raise or a promotion. You might even have to get a higher form of education like a master's degree or a PhD. Or you might have to take some out of, some other online course or something like that in order to, get promoted in your field of work. Obviously, that can take time, and then, you're still stuck at making that money because you have to pay the rent, you have to pay the bills, you have, this and that due. And I completely understand that, and I respect anybody that's working hard to stack up their money and to, make their ends meet. I completely get that. And everybody's in a different situation. So, hey, I'm not judging you out here, but this video is just letting you know that there's so much more to life if you just look beyond what your current paradigm holds. That's really the point of this video. I'm not criticizing anybody that works in 9-to-5. If anything, I applaud you guys for working because, at least you're working. At least you're not sitting at home crying over your situation or not doing anything. At least you're still doing something. But I do want to say that this world now is different. It has changed because we have something called the internet, and the internet can allow you to follow your dreams so much more easily than it has ever been possible before. And so we should utilize this, this beautiful, this beautiful invention, or maybe not even an invention, but discovery of the internet. Because now you can start a business based on anything you want. Maybe it could be a product you want to sell, a service you want to give or share to the world. Maybe you want to be a lecturer. Maybe you want to be a teacher. Maybe you want to do something that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you want to be a musician, a singer. The internet is your way to make that possible, to make that dream come true for yourself. It's so much easier to do that now because you have social media. You have such a big platform in order to get yourself out there, connected with the world, and to get your talent, your dream, your passion discovered. And so the point of this video is that take that leap of faith, especially if you're in a 9-to-5 that doesn't meet your needs, but also, you're tired of what you're doing and you want to do what you've always wanted to do because you only get one life in this world, at least that I know of so far. So why not take that time to do that? Most people are afraid to quit their 9-to-5. The simplest reason is because they're too comfortable. They are comfortable with the steady paycheck, and they are comfortable with the money that they're getting, and they're comfortable living in their cozy place and buying unnecessary things they don't need to impress people they don't like, to go out on the weekends, to have their drinks, to, go out to eat, to do things of fun, entertainment kind of things. And I get that because those are the beautiful amenities of life, the great incentives of living, in this first world country. But deep down, if you know you're miserable because you're just living for the weekend, you're just living for the highs of the weekend, then I mean, at the end of the day, how much longer can you sustain that? Because eventually, if you're planning to have a family, then you're going to have kids, you're going to have more responsibilities if you don't already have so. And it's like when you're young, at least in your 20s and 30s, and if you're still single, or even if you're in a relationship, and I get it that you're working, that is honestly the best time to start something different, to explore your life, to explore your passion, to travel the world if you want to teach people across the world if that's something you've always wanted to do. But then again, it's all up to you. But you have to get out of that comfort zone, because the comfort zone is the only thing holding you back. Yes, if you start a business online, if you do your own thing, whether it's your own marketing firm, your own marketing agency, maybe your own brand on whatever service or product or item, yeah, there's going to be a period of time where you're not going to be making any money. That's why I recommend, with all the 9 to 5, save as much as you can, but then take that leap of faith and start it, because it's better that you took that leap of faith than to die knowing that you didn't. And one thing that Gary Vee, which I know many of you guys may know, but if you don't know, he is a motivational speaker, but also a multi-millionaire of just crazy, he does a lot. So just check out Gary Vee. I'll post a link to his YouTube channel. But one thing he says is that he definitely hates seeing regret in the eyes of old people, senior citizens that are living in these nursing homes, and they never got to do what they wanted to do. They never took that leap of faith because they were so comfortable with that steady paycheck. And so you're going to have to take that leap of faith. You're going to have to be uncomfortable for a while. It could be a few months, could be 6 months, could be a year, could be a couple of years. You're going to have to be uncomfortable, but hey, that's all that it's going to be in order to get yourself started, in order to get yourself to where you want to get to. Yes, the first few months, the first couple of years may be super hard. You might have to put in a lot of work. But if you think about it, you're already putting in that amount of work. You're already working super hard. You're already living paycheck to paycheck. And I mean, if you're saving, hey, keep saving. But if you're spending, I would suggest you keep saving, because if you want to start a business, you want to have some capital. But my point is, take that leap of faith, take that risk, and start something, because if you don't, you're still going to be stuck doing what you've always been doing. Nothing will change. Yeah, you might get a different job. You may get a promotion. You may make a little bit more money. Taxes still take more and more the more money you make. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still trading your time for money. And one great life advice that I have learned, a piece of advice from the wealthy, is that the wealthy never trade their time for money, because the wealthy know that time is a more valuable commodity than money. Money you can always make back if you lost, but time you can never make back, because obviously in this physical life, we only have an allotted period of time given to us. And so that in that frame of time, we have to do what we love to do in order to live a fulfilled life. Everything we're doing is for the fulfillment of our soul. I really pray that you guys know that. If you don't, then, I guess you're just living for the body, or just the temporary physical pleasures of, whatever it may be, of eating, sleeping, having sex, or going out for the weekend highs. If so, then hey, that's you. That's you. I'm not here to judge anybody, but that's you. But at least for me, I was able to leave all of that world behind and to start my own business. Was it easy? No. It took me a long time. I would say it took me a good year to really get things started, to get things flowing, to get things situated for me. But hey, I did it, and you can do it too. And I'm only getting better and better. And I'm making a good amount of income. I'm making what a full-time employee is making, maybe even more. And I'm doing it all in the comfort of my own time, in the comfort of my own home, because I work from home. And, it's so possible. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. There is nothing that's separating me and you. Everybody has talent. Everybody has a passion. Everybody has gifts that God has gifted us with. But it's up to us to get that out there, expressed, in the most visible form possible. And the only way to do that is to take that risk, to take that leap of faith, to quit that 9 to 5 and to just hop in, because, hey, at the end of the day, you'd rather you failed at something that you wanted to do rather than succeeding at something that you had no desire to do, you know? That's it for today's video. Take it for what it is. Leave it for what it isn't. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I got stumbled over my own words, but if you learned anything of value, give it a thumbs up. Please like it. Comment below if you have anything to share, and subscribe so you can be notified when my next video drops. But other than that, thank you. Take care. Much love. Peace.